There are four main reasons why people change their behavior. And the first one I want to talk about is pain. You see, when people experience enough pain, then they change their behavior. But until you hit that threshold, behavior doesn't change. The beta region paradox tells us that we can travel faster going 2 miles than 1 mile. And it's because we often choose to walk 1 mile, but when we exceed that threshold of discomfort or pain, we will choose another mode of transportation. So we'll most likely drive 2 miles instead of walk it. There go, we get there faster. Canada's recently incurred this problem. So since the tariffs came in, it was cheaper to do business to the south than it was across provinces. It was harder to do business. Make that make sense. But now the tariffs have come in, so now Canada's forced to remove restrictions across the provinces, so it's easier to trade within our own country. I can recall multiple times in my life in different situations where there was enough pain to force me to change my behavior or my situation, and then forced me to look for a solution. But the biggest change was probably when I had to rethink my clinical practice because I wasn't getting the results that I wanted, and I actually had to do it 3 different times. First time as a new grad, where I just wanted to be really effective really quickly, but couldn't really figure out or organize what clinical tools I had in my toolkit because I didn't have any. So I needed a better way to figure out how to use what I had. The second was when I was a veteran clinician and I had all the tools, but it created a lot of confusion and disorganization in my practice because I didn't know what tool to use at the right time for the right purpose on the right person. So that created a lot of frustration in my clinical practice and still wasn't getting the results that I was looking for. And the third time was when I became a clinic owner. We need to operationalize and standardize results across clinicians regardless of their experience and training. So it didn't matter what patient saw what clinician, they were going to get exceptional results. And once I learned how to distill down all the knowledge and experience and techniques that I learned over the last 20 years into an organized framework to look at the body as a system and find out what the individual needs in front of me, my results personally, as well as those around me, really start to flourish. But as soon as I started putting it into an organized framework in a systematic way, results, not just for myself, but for everyone who went through the system, really took off. And not just for me professionally, but all my colleagues, the clinic, and the reputation of everyone around us. Now the goal is to how do we elevate the standard of practice across clinicians and coaches everywhere. So whether you're a PT, chiro, osteopath, massage therapist, strength coach, movement coach, if you are doing manual therapy or you're reducing pain or getting people to move better, or you just give a shit about getting people better faster, well, we're offering live coaching starting September 9th with the AMT system. So everybody who's enrolled in the AMT level 1 and 2, this is free and included in the online system that was created. So it's only a month away, but if you enroll today and you start into material, we're going to go over live case studies. We're going to go over questions, Q&As to get better clarity on how to utilize the information so that you can become the clinician that you knew you were born to be. I'll see you there.